Coach up to the dais. Right up. Number 2, Paul Polomini.
Welcome everyone to the G, not the MCG but the NNG. Yes, we're at Nanagoon for the 1997 Reserves Grand Final between the best two teams this year, the Rock Football Club and the Beaconsfield Football Club. Today, Saturday the 13th of September 1997, it's a great day today. This is the first year Nanagoon have won the right to stage the big one, and in very controversial circumstances, I can tell you. But today, the big game's got to go on. We've got the weather today, absolutely fantastic day, 21 degrees, magnificent weather. The ground's in beautiful conditions, and fantastic for the Nanagoon Football Club to get the ground in such beautiful conditions. And congratulations to the West Gippsland Football League, who also done their part in helping out. The crowd today, magnificent crowd. I think we'll be probably expecting a few more before the end of the game. But today we have our umpires in Ian Ballantyne and Dean Robinson, and they're in charge. We've got the grounds is clear at the start here now, and both teams are pretty towy, I'd say. We've got Beaconsfield kicking to the left of the screen, and I'm not too sure who actually won the toss, but there's not too much of a breeze, probably a little bit. The flags are just wavering a little bit, maybe a little bit to the left of the screen, but not too much. So perfect conditions, ready for the start of the game. Umpire holds the ball aloft. Walks into the centre circle and bangs the Sharon into the turf for the first time. Comes clear. Trying to get it out was Beaconsfield, but Nathan Jones runs on it, gets the handball, but says holding the ball. You had the chance to get rid of it, but didn't do it. Beaconsfield to Stacey. Stacey, the captain of the team, goes onto the left foot, kicks it in towards Veltmeyer. Comes on it, but Laurie Hughes picks it up and kicks it back inward towards centre half forward. Pushed out was Jeff Porter, but there was a taken a mark to Beaconsfield. Drops it in short, and a beautiful mark out in front of the eyes. Magnificent mark to Mark Vandenberg. Plays on to Veltmeyer, punched away by Scott McKenzie. Picked up by Beaconsfield in Darcy. Kicks it in towards the forward line. Out was Darren Vandenberg. Handball by Laurie Hughes across towards Cameron Haynes, and he kicks it in towards Andrew Carruthers. Drew picks up left hand, gets tackled and pushed. Didn't quite have possession. Beaconsfield pick it up but lose the ball under severe tackle. Bazaka pushes it out towards Laurie Hughes. Hughes on towards the wing. Looks like Beaconsfield ran onto it before Rock could get there. Coming in hard. Beaconsfield. Good tackle. Pushed to the ground there by Louis Foligno. Knocked out towards Luke Young. The redhead picks it up, spears the pass into the centre of the ground, but the umpire says another one holding the ball. Well, he's pretty red hot in that one. Play on, says the umpire. Goes to Gary Valentine. Pushed across. Beaconsfield pick it up on the run in towards the 50-metre line. Darren Vandenberg gets levers off the ball by Cameron Haynes and runs out of bounds. Boundary umpire on the left half-forward flank for Beaconsfield. Spins the ball. Vandenberg in the ruck against Swanson. Laurie Hughes gets another possession as he kicks it high. Stacey runs under it and lets it go. In comes Ross Clark, bit of speed, burns the grass. He kicks it in towards a true centre half-forward position, looking for Garrison. Picks it up on the one grab as he rows it back towards Stacey. Takes a beautiful mark on the chest. Onto the left foot, swings it wide as he switches the play. In towards Blackley. Pushed forward by Andrew Armstrong. Leave it off the ball, Beaconsfield, and in good defence pushes it over the line. Patrick Darcy hits it with the left hand over the line. Swanson in the ruck. Leaves him out the taller at the back, but he throws the ball over. Gary Valentine picks it up, chips it in short, lets his fellow player run on it, but nearly a good mark by Matt Owen. Darren Vandenberg didn't quite get the kick. as Daniel Fisher comes in with a bit of toughness. The true centre wing right in front of the camera. Spins the Ross Faulkner into play. From the back, Veltmeyer to Lou Felino. He handballs in front of him. There's it was good play there by Beaconsfield. Matt Campbell actually with the fresh haircut. He's got the number 1 haircut. The left foot, puts it in front of Luke Young, should grab it. That's what takes it on the right on the chalk. Darren Vandenberg on the mark. Luke Young with the ball. In towards Mark Byrne. Andrew Crothers gets a handball across. Beaconsfield claim it, get the handball out. Doesn't know where to go. Burns, he hits the ball forward, but he says that's a throw. And Drew Crothers with the football. Beautiful left foot kick, this guy. You kick it 50 metres, maybe to Garashoon. There it is on the boot. Spinning beautiful into the four line for Rock. Handball out by Nathan Jones. Couldn't find Ross Clark with the gloves on. Oh, a bit hard in the packs there. Maybe a free kick to Beaconsfield, but he doesn't pay it. Comes towards Jeff Porter, who gets pushed off the ball, doesn't quite pick it up, and Beaconsfield defend. Warren Swanson goes high, can't get the hands on the ball. Out come Beaconsfield. Coolness, bit of coolness on the back line. As Cameron Haynes runs onto it, and he'll get shepherded off the ball. Good work by Haynes. There's a beautiful another left foot kick. There's about 6 left footers into the team as Neil Basaka takes one out in front of the eyes. Get a good shepherd there by Buckland. Garashoon levers him off the ball and Plugger's got it. The full forward and the captain of the team. Dead in front, 40 metres from the goal front, maybe 35, comes in, takes the kick, looks like it's offline. Could be a mark there to Nathan Jones. I think he might have paid it. Jones, he's saying yes, it's definitely a mark, and the umpire looking towards the goal umpire now, he said yes, we'll pay that one. He marked it in front of the boundary line. On his wrong side. Maybe he'll chip it into the towards the goal square or centre it, but it looks like he's going to have a shot. Comes in slowly, tries to check side and hits the post. Well, that's the first score on the board to Rock. 5 minutes into the first quarter. Mark Taylor, the fullback, to kick it in. Brings it into play. Beautiful kick, sitting high. The pack forms. Can't find it out. Handball out from Ross Clark to Luke Young. Luke Young will handball over and goes to Scotty McKenzie. Nathan Jones runs in and kicks a beauty. That's the first score on aboard the Rock of the goals. That's 1 goal, 1, 7 points. Beaconsfield just a little bit slow to start. Probably trying to find their feet a little bit. Good play to the radius of the pack, and that's a magnificent goal. Umpire bounces the ball again. Good knockout there by Beaconsfield. As he got the numbers to the footy, holding the man umpire. Yes, he pays it. In the true centre of the ground onto the left foot. Kicks it in, but Carruthers didn't quite get 2 hands to it. Beaconsfield bowled over. And the umpire crossed himself and says, my ball. Bounces the ball again. Grabs the ball out of the ruck. Kicks it in towards the full forward position. Bounces towards Beaconsfield's way. Vandenberg will knock the ball out. He gives a handball across. Can't be picked up by Bigger. That was a great opportunity to kick a goal. Didn't quite bounce away and he spins around. I think he might have kicked it. No. 1 behind. Well, Beaconsfield will be happy to get a score on the board. Scott McKenzie with the football. The preferred kick out, there it is. Beautiful kick. Goes towards half forward. Warren Swanson takes a beautiful mark in front of the eyes. Gives a handball across to Laurie Hughes. Hughes in towards the centre position. In the centre square, Beaconsfield in front, and that was a beautiful mark. Magnificent mark there. Hovey, Chris Hovey taking the mark. With the sun in the eyes, it was a good effort. He's kicked it, but good punch away there by McKenzie. Good defence to Luke Young. Comes free. Beaconsfield in front. Ball comes to the back of the pack. Picked up by Buckland to Young. Young, a little chip pass in towards Andrew Armstrong. He'll go back to Young on the wing. Well, he might have a bounce. No, he doesn't. He kicks it into position. Here's a chance for the big fella up in the forward. Can he leave him out? And it was good defence. Magnificent defence by Mark Taylor. He thumps it over the line in the true forward pocket for Rock Football Club. Brings it back into play. Goes over the back of the pack. He handballed and you grabbed him. Little beautiful left foot kick. That's an excellent pass out towards Musgrove. Musgroves kicks it in. That's a good pick up there by Blackley. Gives another handball over to Veltmeyer. He'll come onto the left foot. Puts it in towards Vandenberg, but good play there by... That's good work, Fisher. Playing very tight, very tight.
Is this on? It's just on control, is it? I'll take it. Yeah, no. Boundary throw in, Beaconsfield half forward flank. Ball goes in, Ziesler in the ruck. Goes out the back to Rock. Ball's a bit of a scramble. Ross Clark gets the ball out. Kick down there towards the wing, towards Troy Blackley. He spills a mark. Andrew Armstrong in hard. Fighting for the ball. Oh, there's a high one there. Yeah, Blackley's got one high on Matty Owen. Owen takes the ball on the wing position. Kicks in towards half forward. Pack of players. Blackley for Beaconsfield. Strong mark. Goes across towards the centre to Veltmeyer on his own. Takes the mark. Has a look. Swings wide. Out towards Lansbury. Lansbury's got two on him. Spoilt. Out to Scott McKenzie. Scott McKenzie goes around. Been tackled. Shows the ball to the Beaconsfield player. Kicks in towards half back. It's a good mark to Swanson. Campbell on the mark. Swanson looks downfield. Goes towards centre. Hovey spills the mark. Butters up again. Handballs out. Group of Rock players. Byrne picks up the ball. Kicks off the ground downfield. Glen Hooper there for Beaconsfield. Jeff Porter. Nice little steal there from Jeff Porter. Kicks high. Pack of players. Sheen in there for Rock. Ball hits the deck. Mark Taylor for Beaconsfield. Handballs across to the captain, Glen Stacey. Relieves. Takes it out towards half back towards the boundary. Musgrove taps the ball along in front of him. Right on the boundary. Ball goes out of bounds. Wing position. Out of side.
Okay, we're on the far wing position. Sun shining beautiful today. As he spins the ball in, Swanson in the play there, but looks like it's picked up over the back. It's a beautiful handball out to Veltmeyer on the run. Big, beautiful kick by the big fellow as he comes in towards the half forward flank for Beaconsfield, and it runs over the line off the hands there from the Rock player. Ryan Hamilton had come off the hands. The boundary umpire's getting plenty of work today. Fisher in the ruck. Fisher against Hughes. They both get to leave it off. It gives a good handball forward by Rock. Looks like it's picked up by Ross Clark as he'll come onto the right foot, pumps it towards the wing area and run out of bounds again. As Beaconsfield make a change.
Looks like Thwaites off. Scott Taylor on for Beaconsfield.
Out of bounds in front of the Red Gem Packer sign. On the far wing, true wing position. He spins the ball in again. Up they come. Looks like it's punched out by Rock, but Beaconsfield pick it up. And out of bounds again, and the boundary umpire says on the full. He didn't want to throw it in that time. Got to pace himself. So it's Cameron Haynes with the football, with the big left foot kick. Beautiful kick, spinning, beautiful there. Puts the players underneath it. Looks like Swanson couldn't quite bring it in. Punch from behind. Good handball out there. Looked like Valentine, give it out. Trying to tackle was Buckland. As Veltmeyer leaves it go across the line.
Ball over on the outer half forward line. Umpire about to throw it in. Big pack of players. Very crowded at the moment. So scramble comes out there towards Campbell. Campbell goes in long towards goal, towards Vandenberg. Pack of players there been spoilt. They go in hard. Picked up there by Vandenberg. Vandenberg swings through. But I think he's missed. No, it's one behind to Beaconsfield. Score Beaconsfield 2 behinds. Rock 1-1-7. Very scrambly game. Fast moving. Players going in hard. Scott McKenzie from Rock to take the kick out. McKenzie goes a little bit short. Could be dangerous. No. It's gone over the back of the pack. Picked up by Blackley. He handballs into Ricky Valentine, who handballs out to Fisher to Veltmeyer. Veltmeyer comes in towards goal and kicks a goal. Beaconsfield's first goal. Good work there from Beaconsfield. Beaconsfield 1-2-8. Rock 1-1-7. It's a hot day. It's going to be a tough, hard game. I think it'll be survival of the fittest at the end.
Yep. Umpire Ballantyne. Ready to bounce the ball again. Bring the ball back into play after that great goal from Veltmeyer. Into the ground it goes. Gets the grass stains on it as looks like Veltmeyer won the knockout. He kicked the goal and he's won the knock. Punched away there by Owen. Beaconsfield got a chance as looks like he's copped one high.
Yeah, Fisher.
Fisher. Michael Fisher with the football. Got a chance to make a name for himself. Would be 40 metres from the goals, maybe 35. Dead in front. Holds the ball nice and straight. As he comes in, concentration, watches the ball, points the toe. Looks like it might have just come across, so I think he likes it. He likes that one, and the umpire, 2 fingers, that's a goal. Well, that's 2 goals in a row to Beaconsfield as they just got it straight out of the centre and the shortest way home, and it was an excellent kick. So that's 2 goals, 2 to Beaconsfield, and 1 goal, 1, 7 behinds Rock. So Beaconsfield in front. They've doubled the score at the 15-minute mark of the first quarter.
Umpire Valentine to bounce the ball. Comes in. Up it goes, good bounce. Blackley over the top, wins a tap for Beaconsfield towards Veltmeyer, who's in everything at the moment. Comes out to Rock, Luke Young. Smothered there by Blackley. Scrambler players, been knocked out there towards the wing. Ricky Valentine goes in towards the ball, picks it up, looks forward, kicks up towards Campbell, goes past him. Well sport by Cameron Haynes from Rock. No, it wasn't Cameron Haynes. Rock player, he's got it kicked up towards the wing. Ooh, players going hard there. Ball hits the deck. Scrambler players, umpire Valentine comes in to ball it up. Umpire Valentine. Balls it up. Tap Rock's way, goes towards Stacey from Beaconsfield. Stacey comes inboard. Luke Young from Rock takes a strong mark back into the pack. Goes back, has a look. There's a lead in towards the centre.
Jones.
From Jones. Kicks towards Hooper. Hooper has a look, has a bounce. Gary Valentine comes into Shepherd. Cops one high.
Haynes.
But the kick straight to Haynes from Rock. Quite a bit of the ball. Haynes playing quite well. Nice kick again, out towards the wing. Ooh, Rock player goes up high but infringes. Ooh, no.
Burns.
The other way. Goes to Burns.
This is Jones.
No, Jones from Rock. Kicks in towards Sheehan. Sheehan bustling. Ooh, might have got into the back of Taylor there. Yeah, gets into the back of Taylor. Taylor kicks out wide towards Valentine. Ricky Valentine takes the mark right on the boundary line. Pushes back, has a look up the ground. Not a lot of movement there. Goes around the player on the mark. Kicks towards the wing. It's 3 Rock to 1 Beaconsfield. Oh, nearly hooked it in by the one hand there by Hughes. Hughes kicks long in towards centre forward. Porter's there. Oh, 2 Rock players only collide. Handball out there to Crothers. And the tackle was Shepherd a bit high. Musgrave kicks in towards Scott Taylor. Scott Taylor takes the mark. Looks up ground. Darren Vandenberg, Beaconsfield full forward, goes to the lead. It's a strong mark to Beaconsfield player from behind. It was Fisher. Took the mark from behind. Looks up the ground. Towards Ziesler. There could be a 50-metre penalty here. No, something's going on off the ball. Yep. Veltmeyer was infringed off the ball, so the ball's been relayed up the ground. Veltmeyer looks towards goal. There's a little mongrel punt from Veltmeyer. Goes up there towards... Oh, it's a bit hard to see there. There's a pack of players. And it's going to be a ball up. It was Philp that was on the bottom of the pack from Beaconsfield.
True centre half forward position for Beaconsfield. Ballantyne with the ball. Called, he couldn't get that one out as he crossed himself, and he puts it into the ground again. A big pack of players, but Buckland comes out with the ball onto the true left foot kicker that he's got. Tried to tackle was Burns, but Stacey's got the ball and he's playing well. Excellent play. He puts it out the front, but Luke Young cops one high as he kicks it off the ground. It should run out of bounds. The umpire had something in his eyes then, and I tell you what, it wasn't dirt. Couldn't see that umpire right amongst it where you should have picked it. Right in front of the camera, we've got Swanson. Swanson in the ruck and Blackley. Swanson grabs it, tries to get the handball out, goes to Foligno, handballs to the opposition in Stacey. Laurie Hughes smothers the ball, and that's the end of the first quarter. Score at quarter time, Beaconsfield 2 goals, 2-14 to Rock, 1 goal, 1-7 behind.
The best players for Beaconsfield in that quarter, I thought Chris Havey was fairly good across the half-back line. The captain, Glen Stacey, got a little bit of the ball, used it fairly well as he always does. Glenn Hooper did some good running off the back line. I suppose Beaconsfield's best players have been on the back line at this stage. Veltmeyer has done fairly well in the centre and in the ruck. It's a very tight game, a little bit scrambly, but it's what grand finals are all about. Rob, who do you think Rock's best players are at this stage?
Well, the best players for Rock in the first quarter, I thought Warren Swanson did a pretty good job in the ruck. Laurie Hughes in across half-back was very good. Cameron Haynes again half-back, and Nathan Jones kicked a magnificent goal. 1 goal to Rock, and was Michael Fisher and Anthony Veltmeyer have kicked the 2 goals for Beaconsfield.
In game so far. Plenty of encouragement from the players to each other. They're all very keen. Umpire comes in to bounce the ball for the start of the second quarter. Up it goes. Good bounce. Blackley for Beaconsfield, but straight to Armstrong from Rock. Armstrong towards centre half back, taken by Mark Vandenberg. Vandenberg comes across towards the wing, towards Veltmeyer. Veltmeyer takes a mark running. Handballs over the top to Darren Vandenberg. He goes around a couple of players from 50. There's been an infringement. Holding the man. Ball go back to Rock. Luke Young to take the kick. That was against Gary Valentine. Ball relayed back. Young looks up the field. Got Armstrong on his own over on the wing. He ignores him. Young kicks in towards the centre. Pack of players converge on the ball. Tapped out there towards Foligno. Foligno handballs out wide. Rock kicked the ball up in there towards Porter. It's a bad bounce. Porter, good tap over the top towards Stacey from Beaconsfield. He overruns the ball. Comes out there again. Pack of players. Hooper from Beaconsfield hands out to Vandenberg. That's Mark Vandenberg. He kicks up in the air and across towards centre half back. Blackley spoils. Swanson can't pick the ball up at the moment. Comes in towards Clark. Clark runs around. Has a look. Doesn't know what to do with the ball at the moment, Ross Clark. Just chips it in there towards full forward. Beaconsfield player there. He's taken off the ball. Picked up by Mark Vandenberg, comes in towards the centre. Over towards Blackley. Luke Young overruns the ball. Blackley goes around a couple of players. Handballs into the centre towards Scotty Taylor. Back to Blackley. Bounces off him. Straight to Basaka. Kicks towards goal.
Well, that kick should have gone through the goals. He had a bit of a chance there, but didn't quite find the right space. There's Beaconsfield, brings the ball back into play. Lou Foligno punches the ball away from the Beaconsfield player. Picked up by Garashine, handballs to Ross Clark. He might have kicked that one. Well, he made good use of the ball that time, Ross Clark. He made up for the bad miss from the other player before, but good handball out from the captain in Garashine and resulted in a goal. 2 goals, 2 Beaconsfield to 2 goals, 2 Rock. We're even Stevens at the moment. Back towards the centre of the ground, Ballantyne with the ball. 5 minutes into the, or 3 minutes into the second quarter, and Rock's got the first one on for this part of the game as Jeff Porter comes off. Then we've got Matt Shipway to come on. Good knock there by Blackley as they're winning in the ruck. He pushes it forward, gets bumped off the ball by Mackenzie, and he said it was too high. Well, looked like pretty good there, but Darren Vandenberg also comes in and shows a bit of strength. He's still showing some strength. It's a beautiful kick by Blakely as he puts it out in front of the full forward. Bit high umpire. Looked like Hamilton got him too high and he's taken a beautiful mark.
Wilkins.
It's Wilkins with the ball. Cop one high. He's just, he certainly earned that one. He'll have to kick from about the 49 metre mark. Still feeling the effects as he hit the deck pretty hard. Jamie Wilkins. Got a chance to kick a goal for Beaconsfield. Comes around on the angle, hooks it back. It looks like he's got the accuracy and the distance, and it's a goal. Fantastic goal there by Jamie Wilkins. All the boys come in and congratulate him, and that was he certainly earned, that was worth 2 goals to him. 3 goals to Beaconsfield, the 2-2 Rock. As the Rock runner, Silvio Foligno, comes out, try and fire the boys up a little bit and see if we can get another goal back, but 1 goal each. 1 goal each, they skip ahead by the 6 points. Dean Robinson pumps the ball into the ground in the turf wicket there. Comes to the ground again, Luke Young gives a handball long to Basaka. Neil Basaka across to Foligno, the 2 on-ballers. Mark Vandenberg looks like. Comes across, gets a beautiful defensive kick and Veltmeyer run onto it and Shepherd. Diving forward was Buckland. Pulling him off the ball's Matt Owen saying holding the ball, but umpire crossed himself and said it's mine. Just held it in there, didn't let it loose. Swanson against Blakely. Swanson gets the early leap. Comes in across there, beautiful kick on the left foot to Philp. But he hasn't kicked it to the right guy, Scott. Mackenzie has the ball, one left-footed to the other. That's a beautiful kick. Looks like Jones may go. No, that's a good mark. Oh, good mark in defence.
Glen Hooper.
Glen Hooper, son of Graham by the look of it.
That's correct.
Hoop with the ball, left foot. Comes onto the left foot and goes to it. Luke Young sits underneath it. Should have taken that mark, but took the eye off the footy. He butters up, runs onto it, gives it back to Andy Armstrong. Armstrong towards Foligno. Stacey, good work with the body. Pushes him off. Tries to handball, but it comes to Carruthers. Tries to drop it onto the boot, and umpire says not good enough.
Mark Vandenberg for Beaconsfield kicks in towards the centre. Pack of players develop. Big, strong mark. Looks like Haynes from Rock. Strong marks. Taking a few strong grabs today. Looks up the ground. Not a lot of movement at the moment. Game's very tight. Haynes goes long. Ball in there towards Timmy Musgroves from Beaconsfield. Taps it over the back, but it goes to Carruthers. Carruthers for Rock. In towards, oh, Sheen. He probably could have marked the ball, Gareth Sheen. Decided to let it go and it hit the post. A little bit unlucky there. Mark Taylor from Beaconsfield to kick out. Looks to be going long. Up towards the centre half back position. Rock players everywhere. Mackenzie fails to take the mark, goes to Veltmeyer. Veltmeyer runs along, up towards Thwaites on the wing, over his head. Race for the ball. Thwaites picks it up. Oh, he's tackled hard, gets the ball out. Darren Vandenberg taps it over towards Darcy. Pat Darcy from Beaconsfield, up towards Jamie Wilkins. Takes the mark, probably about 25 metres out. Fair angle. Kicked the last goal, Wilkins. He kicked 5 or 6 last week. Lines
Nathan
up.
Jones to come off the ground, and looks like Burgess to come on an interchange.
Wilkins comes in, runs in fairly close. Nice kick from Wilkins. That's a goal. Goal to Beaconsfield. That'll take it on to 4-2-26. Rock 2-3-15. I think Gareth Sheen might be ruining the fact he never marked that ball up the other end. Beaconsfield kicked the ball straight out, down the ground, scored a goal.
Beautiful play there by Wilkins as he let out, and Veltmeyer's just killing him out there. He's playing a fantastic game. Another guy with the clean haircut, doing a great job around in the centre of the ground. Umpire Robinson again puts it into play. Good play, good work there. Excellent play by Campbell. Campbell pushed forward by Fisher. Again pushed forward by Buckland. Handball by Burgess onto the ground. Handball by Mackenzie. In there's Foligno. Tripping the man, and the umpire's gone, but out of control there, and so did the crowd. Blakely.
Pat Darcy.
Sorry, Darcy with the long shorts. He's got the leg warmers on. It was a shocking kick as it just rolled off the boot. In hard was Mackenzie. Comes out there and picked it up off the ground was Thwaites, and he's put it forward. Luke Young got one high, but it's play on, says the umpire, as Scott Taylor kicks it in towards goal. Good rebound there, and Stacey's come up onto the forward line, knocks it out and gives the side a chance, but over the line, out of bounds.
Bit of a missed opportunity there. Must have been deliberate, I'd say, from Beaconsfield. Oh, he kicks into the Dean Diesel, the man on the mark. Picked up there by, looks like Wilkins. He gets slung off the ball. Oh, hard tackle there. The ball spills free. Players going in hard at the moment. Oh, infringement off the ball there. Looks like free kick to Campbell from Beaconsfield. He was pushed in the back, metres away from the play. Unnecessary free kick there. Campbell has a look. Runs in. Should make the distance. Accuracy's the problem. Touched through by Haynes from Rock. In Beaconsfield 4-3-27. Rock 2-3-15. 12-point lead to Beaconsfield.
Scott Mackenzie, the designated kicker, will kick it in from that one behind. Beautiful kick. It goes towards Burgess. It'll run past him. Sits underneath it, but didn't quite roll. Picks it up and gives the handball to Armstrong. Back over to Basaka. Handball again off to Ross Clark as they got the run there. Rock, they need it as Clarkey gives the handball across the top of Veltmeyer. But it looks like Beaconsfield will run onto it, and it was a beautiful pick up there by Hovey. Hovey's dropped the ball out, and it's a magnificent mark. Fantastic mark. Half forward comes in towards, looks like
Campbell.
Stacey. Not Stacey.
Matt Campbell.
Campbell. The big fella picks up and pushes it in towards goal in Darcy.
Dean Ziesler gets the ball, just a little kick through. Gets brushed, goes to Campbell. Campbell runs in towards goal. It's another point to Beaconsfield. Beaconsfield 4-4-28, Rock 2-3-15. Game so far, a fairly good indication of how close these sides are. Rock have been unbeaten all year. Beaconsfield renowned for never giving up. Mackenzie for Rock kicks in. He goes towards centre half back. Looks like Basaka on his own. Spills the mark. Picked up there by Byrne. Byrne on the left foot over towards Clark. Clark's got a paddock if he can just pick the ball up. Scotty Taylor comes in. Oh, knocked over there. Beaconsfield player in Timmy Musgrave. Free kick to Musgrave. Umpire makes him come back around his mark. Players moving everywhere. It's a very hot day. The third quarter could be the indicator of how this game's going to go. Musgrave kicks down towards Vandenberg. Vandenberg doesn't go for the ball. Buckland. Picked up there by Buckland. He gets a scrubby handball out to Foligno. Foligno goes in long. Here comes Sheehan, bustling his way, trying to get to the front. Goes over the head. Hooper comes in for Beaconsfield. He's in trouble. He's got nowhere to go. Handball in the air. Picked up there. Here comes Veltmeyer now, the veteran. Goes for touch. And out of bounds, half forward flank.
Another great play there by Veltmeyer. He's just dropping back in the hole there and just covering up, just swooping up beautifully. In between the wing position and half forward for Beaconsfield, right in front of the camera. Burgess in the ruck. Burgess doesn't quite get the front position as Blakely gets it out. Good, nearly a handball by Clark, and he said holding the ball. Geez, red hot this umpire. But still, it's still senior football, and the guys should have someone to give it out to. Musgrove, Tim Musgrove will have the kick. Chips it in short to Gary Valentine. Another veteran of the team as he puts it out to the... Oh, beautiful. He puts it to the advantage of his teammate.
Chris Hovey.
And that's a magnificent kick there by Hovey.
To Craig Thwaites. Thwaites goes inboard. Cameron Haynes there for Rock. Been a Rock in defence. Probably the best player on the ground at the moment. Definitely the best defender. Up there towards Clark. Clark makes position, spills the mark, goes to Ricky Valentine. Ball held to him. Oh, a little bit high there. Must have been Clark, must have come over the top. Valentine, handballs to his brother Gary. Out there towards Matt Campbell.
McKenzie.
Scotty McKenzie has the ball. Dispossessed. Just a little scrubby kick off the ground. Goes out of bounds. It's a tough, hard game at the moment. All players giving it their everything. Umpire throws the ball in. Up it goes. Big pack of players. Blackley for Beaconsfield. Hits forward. Goes in there towards Darcy. Darcy loses the ball. Out to Campbell. Campbell goes tunnel ball. Normally a free kick. Gary Valentine gets taken a bit high.
Gary Valentine with the ball gets a free kick and goes in towards inboard, but the umpire says, no, you've got to kick over your mark, and that's ridiculous. It's a play on game, umpire. Play on game. He's holding up Greg Burgess on the mark. He's actually paying it off. The ball looks like
Ricky Valentine.
The Urkel Ricky Valentine. As Nathan Jones prepares to come on from interchange. Ricky Val kicks it to the captain in Stacey. Stacey takes a beautiful mark, sure hands with Ross Clark on the mark. Glen Stacey coming beautiful left foot kick. He kicks it in towards the hole. Look up high, but Haynes again in the front of the pack. He's playing a fantastic game as Greg Burgess comes off the ground. Haynes with the ball in the true centre half-back position. He's the Rock of Gibraltar there. He's looking for a lead. Rock need a few runners to get maybe a couple more goals. It looks like Matt Shipway gets one round the eyes or around the ears and up high, and he plays on Shippy. He kicks it up high, puts it in front of maybe Byrne or Garashan. Sheehan at the back. We've got no rovers to the front of the pack as they just clean it up, Beaconsfield. But here comes in there looked like Andrew Armstrong. But it's a good handball out there, but it comes off Burns. Burns fighting hard. Good handball forward as he takes it towards the wing and it runs out of bounds.
Out of bounds on the wing position. No side can really get on top. It's just back and forward between the half-back lines. Ball gets thrown in. Veltmeyer up for Beaconsfield. Wins a tap. Goes to Clark from Rock. Clark goes very high with his kick. Mark Vandenberg gets the front position. Ball spills to the ground. Gets tap forward there for Rock, but out of bounds. I think the boundary umpires are going to earn their money today. It's a hot day. Ball's spent a fair bit of time out there. Rock forward pocket. In it comes. Over the top for Rock, down to Luke Young. Luke Young picks the ball up, runs in towards goal, misses. Probably deserved a bit better. He goes in hard, Luke Young. One of Rock's better players today. Beaconsfield 4-4-28, Rock 2-4-16. 12 points the difference. Mark Taylor for Beaconsfield. Looks up the ground. Comes out towards the Nanagoon Social Club side of the ground. Veltmeyer, strong mark on the 50. Plays on, gets dispossessed. Goes to the ground. Basaka picks it up, hooks in towards Armstrong. Armstrong takes the mark.
Well, that was a great mark. Just chipped in short for the loose kick, and Andrew Armstrong, Huggy as he's affectionately known, and one of the veterans of the club's played 200 games. An on-baller is coming in. Gets the kick on the wake and splits the goals. Magnificent. Huggy, magnificent goal as Rock just answered that last one. And they go to 3-4 to 4 goals for. So they're still staying with him as Gareth Sheehan prepares to come off the ground for Simon Armstrong. On the interchange, maybe we need a little, Rock need a little bit more speed up in the forward line. They've just changed Gareth, give him a breather, and we've put Mark Byrne back to full forward and Nathan Jones to centre half forward. Need a bit more lift, I think, Rock, from out of the centre of the ground, but Blackley's playing magnificent. Shipway pushes it forward. Andrew Crothers kicks it the wrong way. Good pick up there in Darcy as he gets it forward, and looks like he's kept the ball.
Yeah, free kick to Darcy over the shoulder.
Beautiful kick in towards centre half forward to Beaconsfield. Haynes splits the pack, grabs it again, playing a fantastic game as he's kicked it towards the wing. Maybe Rock will run onto it as Jones. Jones gets first to the ball, first use, dummies, weaves, sizes it up, and he's kicked it in towards, there's no one there for Rock as Veltmeyer comes in and puts a beautiful shepherd on Armstrong. Spills free, and then the ball in dispute runs out of bounds.
Ball out of bounds, half forward flank. Umpire throws it up. Dean Ziesler in the ruck for Beaconsfield. Over the top for Rock there couldn't pick him up, but it's been handballed out to Beaconsfield. Pat Darcy, handballs straight into trouble. Picked up there by Rock. Rock kick in towards Glen. Hooper takes a nice diving mark there in front of Andy Armstrong. Always gives 100% Glen Hooper. Goes in short to Mark. Looks like Mark Vandenberg there. Just slowing up the play a bit. The players must be feeling it now. It's Matt Reardon's come onto the ground for Beaconsfield. He goes long towards Campbell. Campbell's spoiled from Campbell. Stacey goes in. He misses the ball. It's been an infringement. Luke Young taken a little bit high.
Luke Young with the ball on the wing position, furthest from the camera. 70 metres from goal, looking for a lead. Comes in, puts it on it to Way. He's gone for the big barrel. Coming in towards, looks like Swanson got one hand to it, didn't quite come to it. And Beaconsfield playing fantastic in defence. Mark Vandenberg. No, it's not. Mark Taylor playing a great game at fullback, cop one high. And Andrew Crothers still holding on in Ballantyne, trying to keep the peace. Chips it in short to the wing. That's Mark Vandenberg. He got the arms shining and the muscles bristling. Goes out towards and over the line right in front of the Hovey. That was Hovey. Bit fired up, Hovey. Disappointed in that. Couldn't quite control the ball right in front of the camera. As the ruckman go for the ball, levering on each other. Carruthers gets it to Veltmeyer. Handballs to Ricky Valentine. Dummies a handball, but then gives it still in over across towards the band line it goes, and Beaconsfield makes sure it goes over. Dean Ziesler. Just pushes it over the banding line. He's got the big knee bandage on there, and he'll take up the ruck position against Swanson. As the half-time siren goes.
Half-time here, Beaconsfield 4 goals, 4-28. Rock 3-4-22. Only a goal in the game. A little bit of feeling starting to creep in towards the end of that court. I think the players are starting to feel the heat. I suppose Rock have been such a dominant side all year. They're probably one of the first times they haven't sort of been dominating the game at this stage, but they're a good side. It's going to be a great last half of football. Rob, who were your best players for Rock in that quarter?
Best players for Rock that quarter, Cameron Haynes was just outstanding at centre half back and kept Beaconsfield out. Scotty McKenzie again helping out, and Luke Young getting a bit of the ball. Basaka in the centre, he's done some good things, but he needs to pick up his game a bit more and call for the ball a bit more. He's got the loud voice. Andrew Carruthers playing well again, and Ross Clark with a little bit of bite. But I think the on-ballers really need to work together as a team. But Beaconsfield, they're just going fantastic, and Rock, they just need a couple of even breaks, and I'm sure they'll do well in the next half. Start of the third quarter, and before we commence that, the goal kickers for Beaconsfield is 1 to Fisher. We've got 2 to Jamie Wilkins and 1 to Anthony Veltmeyer. for Rockwood. Andrew Armstrong, Ross Clark and Nathan Jones. Umpires just waiting for the members of the public to clear the field before we get to start on the way for the third quarter. Beaconsfield kicking to the left of the screen. And at the moment they're looking the goods. They've certainly attacked the football a lot more than Rock has. And I think there'll be a few stern words from the coach, Craig Woods, at half-time to get him into gear. As Ballantyne with the ball starts the third quarter. Swanson underneath of it, Veltmeyer brings it down towards Blakely. And Ross Clark will pick it up with the gloves on, and he's kicked a beautiful kick in towards full forward. Looks like Byrne underneath the ball. Mark Byrne, as he keeps it in front of him. Looks like Ryan Hamilton there. Ryan Hamilton is on the forward line as they've made a few changes. It comes out. Beaconsfield probably kick it off the ground, but don't. Picked up there by Foligno, held by, and he didn't have the footy. Going in hard now was Beaconsfield as they lock it up.
Yeah, good start to the quarter. Pretty much same as the way the second quarter finished. Players going in hard, very scrambly. Rock won the ball out of the centre. Umpire bounces the ball up. Blakely gets the hit out, straight over the boundary. Boundary throw in, forward pocket for Rock. Players will be feeling the pinch now. It's been hot, very physical game. Umpire throws the ball in. Blakely and Jones go up. Tapped out by Jones. Goes towards a pack of players there. Very scrambly. Umpire comes in. He's going to ball it up again. Let's get the feel into this game. It's probably just going to be a battle of attrition. Probably the fitter side, a little bit more skill. Up goes the ball. Tapped out by Blakely. Heads down towards Rock's goal. Picked up there by, looked like a throw there. Picked up by Veltmeyer. He handballs out. Goes into Stacey off the Rock player. He kicks up towards Swanson on his own. Philp comes in to spoil over the top, but a good mark to Swanson. Right on the 50. Goes back, has a look. Very crowded forward line at this stage. Just taking his time. Having a good look. Looks like he could be lining up. Be a good kick if he gets it. In he comes. Goes bang. Towards the square. Pack of players go up. Ross Clark's there for Rock. He handballs out there to Foligno. Foligno gets a little ball through, goes clean bowls Taylor. Must have hit him on the leg. Didn't get a hand on it. So touch through for one behind to Rock. Rock get the first score of the third quarter. Taylor kicks in. Heads there towards Valentine. Valentine takes the mark. Plays on the wing. Up there towards Hovey. Hovey picks the ball up. Open space. Kicks out there towards the flank. Dean Ziesler running in of Cameron Haynes. A little bit too much pace for Haynes, but Haynes makes up a bit of ground. Some nice body work there. Picks the ball up. Oh, I think he's been caught there. Very unfortunate from Haynes. Made the play, but free kick goes to Dean Ziesler. Ziesler looks inboard. Chips in towards the centre. Rock plays everywhere. Swanson goes up. Tapped away there. Pack of players developed.
Runs onto the ball is... looks like Armstrong, Simon Armstrong, as he kicks it out wide. No one to kick to. Nathan Jones got the sit and runs past it. Looks like Ryan Hamilton should give the handball across to Jones as Veltmeyer in pursuit. The big fella leaves him off and claims the ball. Magnificent. Best on the ground so far as he chips it in towards Gary Valentine right in front of the camera. Andrew Armstrong on the mark. He gives a handball in across. Another one there across. Beautiful handball. The two Thwaites. Thwaites kicks it in and Luke Young sits and takes a magnificent mark, but he got to move the ball out of defence. We've got to be running off half back to get it into the forward line quick. As he finds a man, he puts it in the front. Gives him the advantage was Laurie Hughes, but he's pushed away from the ball. Couldn't quite hold to it as Ricky Valentine slams it in and he's found, looks like Ziesler. Dean Ziesler in with the ball. His true centre half forward position and he kicks it right, puts it in front of Fisher and he's taken a mark. 20 from the goal front. Looks like quite a bit of an angle there, 60-degree angle. And just set it up. There's no wind, so it shouldn't worry him. As Nathan Jones comes on, and looks like Michael Johnson coming on to replace him. Fisher comes in, watches the footy, kicks it pretty straight, but looks like one behind. Umpire, the one finger, 4 goals, 5.29 to 3 goals, 5.23.
Should have kicked that goal, Fisher, from that position. Could prove costly. Must kick him from that close in. Scotty McKenzie, the rock full-back. He's had a bit of work to do today. Looks up the ground. Studies in his approach, goes back. Has a look. Not too many leads at this stage. Decides to go long. Beautiful kick. Almost reaches the centre. Haynes for Rock there. Oh, Hovey comes in for Beaconsfield over the top. Strong mark. Chris Hovey. Looks down the ground. Looks like he's going to go long. Bangs the ball up there. Gary Valentine at the back. Matt Campbell. Ball bounces off. Pack of players converge on the ball. Umpire comes in to ball it up.
Umpire Valentine says my ball. Just out in front of the Beaconsfield goal. A quick grab out of the pack maybe to a non-baller, and you might see another goal to Beaconsfield. Oh, good knock away there. And there it is. It could be it. It's his cop one high.
Pat Darcy by the looks of it.
It looks like Darcy, yes. Yes, Patrick Darcy. Pat Darcy with the ball. Just cop one high there as he was about to kick. And he's got another chance. 20 metres dead in front. Umpire brings him around on a slight angle. Just off the perpendicular. He sizes it up. He holds the ball nice and straight, leaning over. Comes in, points the toe. Oh, look. It looks like he's pretty happy with that. He gives a few high fives. Umpire, goal. That's a good goal.
It's Beaconsfield 5-5-35, Rock 3-5-23. One can't help but think it's very, very similar to the 1995 grand final. Beaconsfield had the ascendancy for most of the day. Rock came back, ended up winning by a point. It's very tight game. Rock probably aren't playing up to their expectations. Beaconsfield going in hard. Time will tell, I suppose. Here we go. Umpire about to bounce the ball. Up it goes. Blackley in the ruck for Beaconsfield. Wins a tap towards Veltmeyer. Playing like a 15-year-old Veltmeyer. Running everywhere. Out there towards Campbell.
Matty Owen with the ball. He comes in and just chips a little bit of defensive kick and pushes it forward again just to keep away from the goal front. Keeps it in play was Beaconsfield, but then it runs out of bounds. On the true half-forward flank for Beaconsfield. Still a beautiful day, sun shining magnificent. I'd say the Water boys be doing plenty of work today. The umpire brings it back into play. Burgess in the ruck. Blakely gets the knockout. Looks like Armstrong holding the man. Umpire plays for the free kick was Andy Armstrong, and he's got it. Maybe he should switch the play. No, he's going to find the centre position. Looks towards Ross Clark. Stacey leaves him under the ball and punches away, but Luke Young runs onto it and gives the handball out across towards Simon Armstrong. He'll bang it onto the left foot and he goes in towards the centre half forward position. It comes clear to Matt Shipway, but Beaconsfield try to knock it forward, and it was good defensive work, good body work by Shipway. He's trying to get the handball to the radius players, but it comes back in towards Matt Reardon. Reardon has put it in defence and he's given it to the Urkel Ricky. Ricky Valentine brushes a tackle, gives the handball to Stacey as he comes onto the left foot and goes bang in towards Haynes. Haynes punches it away, got one around the shoulders, but Glen Hamilton, looked like Ryan Hamilton's just knocked it out of bounds.
Boundary umpire goes to throw the ball in. Dean Zuzer in the ruck for Beaconsfield. Pushing and shoving. Veltmeyer at the back, gets pushed out. Oh yes, the veteran, he's used all his wile. Just threw himself forward, got the free kick. Bloke down to my right doesn't believe it either.
The sun just glistening off the top of the head there. Just glistening, maybe his last game. And he's really putting in a great effort. Lou Foligno on the mark as he's touched it. He tried to go for the pass. Scott McKenzie comes on and gives a handballer back to Veltmeyer, dummies the pass and kicks a beautiful helicopter kick in. He's found
Scotty Taylor.
Scott Taylor. Scott Taylor, 2 metres in from the boundary line. He's on the right foot though. He should be able to kick this if he points the toe beautiful, sits it up and let the breeze take it through. Comes in Scotty Taylor. Simon Armstrong on the mark, and that's a magnificent kick. That's a magnificent kick to Beaconsfield. Scotty Taylor, brilliant goal. Puts him on to 6 goals, 5-41 to 3 goals, 5 as they skip ahead by 3 goals.
Yeah, nice goal by Taylor there. Kept the ball low. Very good kick, good mark, good play by Veltmeyer. Butted up after his mistake when he kicked into the man on the mark. A couple of veterans there, Taylor, well not Taylor, Veltmeyer and Darcy combining, giving the ball up to the younger Taylor. Used his skill to get the ball through. Ball goes up. Blackley's been winning most ruck contests. Shepherds. Ricky Valentine picks the ball up. He's taken over. Yes, had a chance to get rid of it. Ross Clark for Rock. Comes
Basaka
in.
with the free kick, but looks like Ricky
Bit of a dust up in the
Valentine
middle.
won't let it go, and that's 50 metres. Surely, umpire.
No, they played the advantage. They played the advantage. Ross Clark's kick went out of bounds. Thrown in there. Big pack of players. Very scrambly game. Blackley again gets his hand on the ball. Ran to Huggy Armstrong. Tries to thread his way through. Gets picked up. Ooh, unfortunate there. Trying to make the play. Picked up for holding the ball. Out there to Hovey. Hovey kicks down towards Gary Valentine. Luke Young's there. Nice. Oh, should have been probably a mark by the Rock player. Gets tapped out to Young. Young goes in hard again. He's been at the bottom of a lot of packs today, Luke Young. Must be sweating his proverbials off in that long sleeve jumper and his glove.
Umpire Dean Robinson crossed himself and said, "My ball, boys." Burgess against Veltmeyer. Veltmeyer again to Young. Young hits it out. A bit of volleyball. Burgess comes free as he hits the ground. Kicked out. It looks like it might go close to the chalk and out of bounds. Touched over the line. Good decision, boundary umpire. Had his eye right on that one. Just in front of the Beaconsfield coach's box. Blackley and Burgess. The two Bs working hard against each other, and it runs over the interchange. Boundary umpire to bring it back in again.
Players are starting to
Blackley and Burgess again. Blackley in the front. Tries to grab it. They try to give the handball out. Pushed out by Andrew Armstrong. Buckland in there. Trying to get the ball out. Gary Valentine. Injured in the second semi-final. Didn't play, but he's in this one, the big one. Bangs it into the turf. No knockout. Comes free to Foligno. Foligno in towards Swanson. Good defensive work and good body work there. That's fantastic play. But he's kicked it to nowhere. Bounces free. Comes to Ricky Val. Number 17 is a good tackle by Simon Armstrong. Hell holding on to Nathan Jones, but he comes free in a good, excellent shepherd by Ryan Hamilton. Comes across towards Simon Armstrong, and he's fine. Chris Buckland, one of his few touches for the day. The youngster trying to get the ball free as he slips over. Burgess should run onto it. Good shepherding there by Blackley, but Burgess gets it out to Laurie Hughes, pumps it in towards, looks like Shipway. Matt Shipway takes it on the 50-metre line, slips over as he tries to play on the grass. Still a little bit greasy as he kicks it long, trying to look for someone, maybe Byrne. Oh, top mark there. Haynes, is it Haynes? Set up there to centre half forward to try and give him a bit more lift. Fantastic mark by Cameron Haynes, the left footer. Swapped from one end of the ground, unless his man ran up there, I'm not too sure. But a backman always likes to kick a goal. Darren Vandenberg on the mark, trying to put him off. As he comes in, onto the left foot, points a toe and kicks a goal. Beautiful goal. Beautiful goal. Well, that might lift the team. That might lift the team, and Chris Buckland. It was his first chance there to get the hands on the ball, and done it nicely into Laurie Hughes. Magnificent play.
It was quite interesting there. Rock rebounded the ball from probably a poor kick from Ricky Valentine. Should have done a little bit better with that. Rock took the ball straight down and kicked a goal. Those mistakes in grand finals can be costly. Great play from Haynes. Probably been one of the best players on the ground for Rock today. Moved down to the forward line. Ball goes up. Blackley in the ruck. He's been a workhorse today. No one gets a tap out. Handball to Luke Young. Luke Young gets a quick kick down there towards full forward. Haynes again. Doesn't take the ball. Handballed out towards Valentine. Valentine has a look. There's not a lot out there, so he goes wide. Goes towards the boundary. Should be playing rugby, Ricky. That was a lovely kick. The ball goes out of bounds. The conditions here very, very hot. Really starting to tell on the players now. Quite a few Rock players wearing long sleeves. You You wonder whether they'll change at 3/4 time. Ball comes in. Up it goes. Blackley in the ruck again. Tapped out there towards Gary Valentine. Valentine can't pick it up. Stacey, the Beaconsfield captain, gets a quick kick down towards the wing. Spoiled there by Troy Lansbury. Handball from Rock. Basaka always uses the ball fairly well. Kicks him long there. Sheehan's up there. No. Tapped away. Foligno. Handball over the top to Armstrong. Very well spoiled there by young Timmy Musgrove. Musgrove goes round the boundary. Pat Darcy waiting under the ball. Oh, he's been made to earn that. That's what footy's all about. Oh, there's been a 50-metre penalty by the looks of it too.
Umpire Dean Robinson give the 50-metre against, looks like it was Hamilton, Ryan Hamilton. We made him, made old Paddy Darcy, Patrick. It's a beautiful kick, spinning magnificent. He's found his teammate, put it out to his advantage.
Michael Fisher.
And it was a beautiful mark. Looks like he's about 35 metres from goal.
Michael Fisher.
Michael Fisher with the ball. Well, he's already kicked the beautiful goal. And he's got it right in front. Dead in front, Greg Burgess on the mark. There's Mark Burns has come off the ground interchange. Swinging a few changes, trying to get something going. Fisher. Michael Fisher. Offline a little bit. One behind. Scoreboard 6 goals, 642 to 4 goals, 5 for the Rock. Nathan Jones, designated kicker. Beautiful kick to the centre of the ground. They're going the shortest way home. Ah, beautiful mark. Taking Fisher again. He's playing a great game, Michael Fisher. To Jonesy. Nathan Jones doesn't quite hold it. Pushed along by Simon Armstrong and over the line and out of bounds on the half-forward flank for Rock.
Yeah, very interesting in there. Fisher, he's had 2 shots for goals this quarter. I think he's missed both of them. Good toe on the wash-up. Anyway, the ball comes in. Vandenberg up in the ruck for Beaconsfield. Goes out the back. Kick off the ground there towards Wilkins. Wilkins misses it. Spills down to Philp. Philp goes high. Rock player standing underneath the ball. Takes the mark. Crothers. Strong mark there. Had to wait for the ball. Looks out. Not a lot of movement. Decides to come out towards the pavilion side. Glenn Hooper and Jeff Porter wrestling for the ball there. Hooper spoils it over the top. Gary Valentine comes in. Gets a push in the back. Yes. Probably a little bit of experience there from Valentine. Runs around the mark.
The old stager picks the ball up and kicks it in towards the full forward. Can't quite hold the mark. And they run into each other as Matt Shipway comes in hard. Picked up there. Looks like Burgess get the sun in the eyes. Should do a bit of defensive play. Handball's quick to Carruthers. Carruthers kicks it on, puts it onto the boot, and Jeff Porter takes it. He'll run around onto the left foot. Look for someone. It's a beautiful kick, spinning it to Ross Clark. Stacey gets underneath and takes a fantastic. That's a great captain's mark. As he spins it in towards the centre. Oh, fantastic. That's a magnificent mark in there to Campbell. Campbell, a little fella, puts it out in front to give him a bit of space to Fisher. Fisher runs onto it, spins away from him, doesn't quite pick the ball up. Now he's got it. Tackle there. Good tackle. That'll be holding the ball. He's paid it all day. There's no reason why he shouldn't do it to that one. And the kick's to Burgess. Greg Burgess on the half-forward flank for Beaconsfield. He's done the helicopter kick, but Jeff Porter come onto the ground and he's started to liven things up already. Spins onto the left foot, goes towards the wing, looking for Nathan Jones, and Jonesy doesn't let him down. Should come towards the centre half-forward position. He plays on, kicks it in towards the centre half-forward. Looks like Jono up. Maybe Swanson should have marked it. Matt Owen in there. Shipway. Matty Shipway. And ball in dispute as umpire Robinson calls for a blood rule. Player down.
Looks like Gary Valentine.
Well, Gary Valentine's down. A bit of blood you wouldn't know for the red hair. It must be down below the hairline. But he's not too good. A bit groggy. There's about 4 players fell on him there. So the trainers come out just to see what's how the boy is.
Yeah, I think he's coming off the runner for Beaconsfield, Rowan Lazars, just motioning to the bench for a replacement player. At this stage, looks like Valentine's not too well. He's obviously bleeding. He's had trouble with cut eyes in the past. Looks like young Thwaites to come onto the ground. Yeah, Craig Thwaites. I think when Valentine makes it to the makes it to the interchange area. Looks a little bit groggy. Time on's been blown. Umpires have waved the interchange player on, so Beaconsfield have 19 on the ground. Should Rock call for a count? I don't think so. Not in the spirit of the game. Valentine bleeding from the forehead by the looks of it. Walks off the ground. Umpire about to restart play. Down the ball goes. Back towards Blackley from Beaconsfield. Ball gets tapped towards the Rock goal. Big pack of players converge on the ball. Ball up again. Umpires have earned their money today, balling it up. Very scrambly game. Up it goes. Blackley again in the ruck. He's starting to tire. Not jumping as high as he could. Philp goes in there hard. Again.
Umpire Robinson there at the 19-minute mark. 19-minute mark of the third quarter. Brings the ball into play. Looked like Burgess got that knockout. Then it comes to Shipway. Good diving attempt there. Cameron Haynes will run onto the ball, but ball beats him over the line. He gets a lever into the crowd. And not too happy. Chris Hovey came in and give him a mouthful. Cameron Haynes just levering in there just to show him.
Mark Taylor, Beaconsfield full-back, has a look. Only a couple of minutes to go in this third quarter. Mark Vandenberg in the pack there. Spills down, the dangerous Luke Young. Picks the ball up. Spills out to Mark Vandenberg. Round to Campbell. Campbell, hand pass across to the experienced past Darcy. Darcy looks up the ground. Normally delivers well. Darren Vandenberg there. Hasn't had much of an influence during the day. Scott Taylor robes the ball. Looks around. Handball to Vandenberg. Vandenberg's a good kick. Let's see how he goes. Oh, that's a good-looking kick from here. That's a goal to Beaconsfield. Well, that puts a whole new look on the game. Beaconsfield, 7-6-48. Rock, 4-6-30. About the 21.5-minute mark of the third quarter. It's a hot day. Fitness is going to tell.
Well, he hasn't done a lot of work, Darren Vandenberg, but by gee, he knows where the goals are. That was a fantastic kick. He just sized it up, had a bit of time to steady and just banged it through. And that's let's just give him a little bit of a break, a bit of a buffer of 3 goals there, Beaconsfield. As Ballantyne prepares to bounce the ball, as Andrew Crothers comes off and Daniel Fisher comes on. Swinging the changes. Swanson, Tyler in the ruck's done a great job. Knocked away there by Rock and Basaka. In comes Urkel, the machine from the guts of the Beaconsfield there as he just bangs it in towards, looks like Vandenberg again.
That's Jamie Wilkins.
That's Wilkins. Well, Wilkins, he's kicked 2 goals. They look alike, those two. Maybe Vandenberg's just a little bit taller. And they're both left-footers, are they?
Wilkins a right-footer.
No, he's a right-footer. I'm getting it all wrong here. Anyway, comes in. It's a helicopter kick, but he's followed through and the ball's gone straight, and that's given him a 4-goal lead.
Well, 2 quick goals to Beaconsfield right towards the end of the third quarter. This game is not turning out as most people thought it would. But then again, Rock, they've been on top all year, undefeated. They'll come back, and they'll come back hard. I think that's Wilkins. I think that's his 3rd goal, is it, Rob?
That's his 3rd goal, yes. He's playing a great game up there, and he's certainly leading out in there, and the passing's been fantastic. He's got plenty of room to lead, and he's doing a great job. Ballantyne, close to the end of the third quarter. Might have lost a little bit of time with the player going off for the blood rule, as Jeff Porter's done well since he's come on the ground. Foligno needs to do a little bit more. Mark Vandenberg. Ball spills to the ground. In dispute, umpire blows the whistle and crosses himself. And the big fella comes out with the ball. Peter Philp. Peter Philp hands the ball back to the umpire. Spins it in the air. Not getting much of a run up the ruckman. As Beaconsfield again kick it to the space. Simon Armstrong, quick and smart. Back to Ryan Hamilton. Chips it in short, but goes over the top. Oh, great pick up by the ruckman as he cops one high, but he gives it across to the veteran. I think he might have said he threw that, did he?
Yeah, throwing the ball was the call.
Ross Clark with the footy.
The wind has sprung right up, favouring the end that Rock are kicking now. Probably what they don't need. There's been an infringement. I think it was against Haynes for pushing. Beaconsfield have to defend doggedly in this last probably a couple of minutes.
Tim Musgrove with the footy. Got the free kick. the youngster. Looking for someone to lead. He plays on. Haynes on the mark. Kicks it across towards the wing area. Oh, that's a great mark.
Troy Lansbury takes the mark. Centre wing position. Indicates he's going to kick long. Keeps the ball towards the boundary. Up there towards Scott Taylor. Ball gets tapped away. Beaconsfield full of run at the moment. Ball up there towards the forward line. Kick there by Ziesler. Craig Thwaites chases the ball to the boundary. The ball beats him to the line. Yet again another throw-in. It's been a tough game. These players, I think they'll just be relying on their fitness in the last quarter and Rock's renowned skill. Umpire throws the ball in. Big pack of players there. No one really gets the hit out. Goes to Taylor. Handballs across in Beaconsfield to the veteran Veltmeyer. This could seal the goal. Seal the game. Yes, Veltmeyer's kicked another goal. Well, this game's a bit of a turn-up at the moment. The wind sprung up. Favouring the end Beaconsfield will be kicking the last quarter. There can't be more than a minute left in this quarter. Beaconsfield at the moment. 9-6, 60. Rock 4-6, 30. Doubled their score at the moment.
Yes, Beaconsfield have just busted away. Rock haven't lost a game for the whole season, and sometimes you see things like that happen. They don't lose a game and they lose the big one. Well, the game's not over, I can assure you. As Ballantyne about to bounce the ball, Rock, I think, just need a couple of good goals to maybe lift. We need a spark from someone. Maybe it'll be Ross Clark. Maybe it'll be Lou Foligno. Maybe it'll be Bazaka or Young. But looks like Beaconsfield are playing a tough in there in the clinches. Tough in the clinches as Ballantyne runs in and crosses himself and says, my ball again. Keep it clean, fellas. As we got another blood rule.
Looks like Peter Philp for Beaconsfield.
Peter Philp's coming off. That's two.
The other blood ruler, Gary Valentine, to come back on. Looks like the little drummer boy with a tape around his head. Looks like Philp has blood on his jumper too. He'll have to change his jumper.
Pretty fired up Beaconsfield as they do the interchange as Gary Valentine comes on with a headband. A bit more experience out there. But Veltmeyer's the guy leading the way. He's just playing fantastic, and their captain, Glen Stacey. As he bounces the ball, Swanson hasn't had a rest in the ruck for a while, and he cops one high. Warren Swanson with the footy.
27-minute mark of this quarter. It's been a long quarter. Kick down there towards Basaka from Rock. Goes in hard. Three-quarter time now.
Scores at three-quarter time. Beaconsfield seem to be doing it pretty easy. 9 goals, 6-6-60. Sorry, 9-6-60 to Rock 4-6-30. Well, they double the score. 30 points is a big score, and looks like Buffer said, the wind has picked up, and Beaconsfield will be kicking with the wind in the last quarter. So it's going to be a very interesting game. But like I said, if Rock can start to get a bit of a spark from someone, maybe from midfield, I'm sure they'll bring it right up at the end of the game. It's just about ready for the start of the last quarter, and the goal kickers for the game so far: James Wilkins for Beaconsfield 3, Veltmeyer 2. We've got one to Darren Vandenberg, one to Scott Taylor, Chris Hovey and Michael Fisher. For Rock, we've got one to Cameron Haynes, one to Andy Armstrong, one to Ross Clark and one to Nathan Jones as umpire Ballantyne prepares to start the last quarter. We're in the last lap of the main game for the reserves for 1997 as no one can get rid of the ball, and he's called holding the ball. Well, looks like Andrew Crothers gets first use of the ball for the quarter. First use of the ball with Blackley on the mark as he kicks it into, it looks like coming forward now. Beaconsfield dropped the mark. It's in a scrum in the bottom of the pack, and umpire's quick to get into to ball it up and stop the scrimmage. Right inside the 50-metre line for the Rock. Up one end to Rock with the wind, just a little bit of breeze heading towards Beaconsfield's end. Gets a knockout, Veltmeyer in there. Hands and knees. Can't come out free. Beaconsfield are not going to let this one out as Gary Valentine just holds onto that footy. And he's given a free kick. He said the tackle's too high. You might just upset the headband. With Lou Foligno on the mark. Valentine decides to go long, kicks it to the wing position to give his side advantage. Picked up there by, looks like Fisher. Fisher with the wobbly kick to Haynes. Haynes doesn't quite get one high. Ross Clark takes it off the front of the pack, but goes out of bounds on the full and a free kick to Beaconsfield.
Mark Taylor will take the free kick. A couple of controversial free kicks at the start of the quarter. Taylor goes wide. Beaconsfield have got the wind. Stacey's under the ball, the captain. Ball's been tapped off the back of the pack. Goes out of bounds. It's been a tough, hard game today. Probably Beaconsfield at this stage look the goods, but you can never write Rock off. They haven't lost a game all year. They'll come back. Ball gets thrown in. Blackley in the ruck again. Ruck tirelessly all day. Ball gets tapped towards the Rock. Picked up by Stacey, the captain. Bangs the ball down towards the wing. Nice mark there by Owen from Rock. Rock trying to move the ball quickly. You can see the ball hold up in the wind. Good mark there by Ross Clark.
Yes, that's a great mark by Roscoe, as he's in the centre of the diamond in the true position. Veltmeyer on the mark as the helicopter kick just drops slow. Oh, Warren Swanson. Swanee's taken a top mark. Well, I think it's just what they need, is just to get a little bit of use of the ball. But Beaconsfield have really put the pressure on today. As soon as Rock get it, they're just right onto them. They're holding him up and stop letting the free flow play go on. Well, Swanee, 30 from the goal front. Dead in front. They need this one. They certainly need this one. This could help them. As he kicks true, that's a beautiful goal to Swanson. Umpire says all clear, that's a goal. Puts Rock onto 5 goals, 6, 36 to 9, 6, 60. Well, I think that was the start they wanted there, Buffer.
Yeah, I think so. Rock had to kick the first goal. They've got to probably kick the first 3. I think fitness is going to tell Rock look a fairly fit side. Beaconsfield they've just played on guts all day, so it's going to be a tight finish. Probably shades of 95, Rob, when Rock trailed all day and snuck home by a point. I hate to bring that up because I played in that game for Beaconsfield, but anyhow, the ball goes up. Blackley in the ruck again. Goes down to Campbell. He gets it out towards Ricky Valentine. Ball gets tapped down towards. Picked up by McKenzie. McKenzie runs through. Goes through a couple of players. Back towards the centre. Ross Clark starting to assert a bit of an influence on the game. Rock are full of running. Kicks up high. Chris Hovey for Beaconsfield and Cameron Haynes for Rock. Under the ball. Haynes picks it up. Handball's out. Basaka goes across to Luke Young. Oh, Young. His kick was smothered there. Thwaites gets it out there towards Philp. Sent off for the blood rule later in the third quarter. He kicks wide, out of bounds.
That was a great smother by Stacey, as he just put the hands across the ball and stopped a good goal that would have come off. But looked like it's kicked it out on the full, and Luke Young with the ball. Rocker got the possession of the ball, and if they're going to get goals, that's what they've got to do. Beautiful kick, comes 40 metres, spinning. That's a good one to mark. Swanee goes up with the big hands. Haynes tries to push it away. Good defensive work there as Beaconsfield come out and they kick back towards the wing position. Running onto this Blackley, the big fella. He's done a great job all day, stalwart for the club, and he's tried a handball, and he can't get rid of that umpire, but he's paid the same decision all day, so we got a free kick. Free kick to Matt Owen. Great tackle he put on him. He just didn't let him get the ball out. So Owen, a nice kick inwards in towards the... chipped it in. Should have taken the mark, but he's given the free kick to Simon Armstrong. Must have copped one high. Or he's blowing the whistle too quick, one or the other. Simon Armstrong, as he's kicking into a little bit of a breeze, comes in towards Burgess and Haynes. Burgess takes the mark. Greg Burgess holds the ball aloft, shows the crowd. Well, I don't know whether you'd put your money on Burgie here. He's 35, he'll kick from 40. He doesn't even line it up, he just comes in, kicks it high, spins away, going across the line, and one behind.
Yeah, point to Rock by Burgess. 9-6 Beaconsfield, Rock 5-7-37. Gary Valentine to take the kick in. Is normally a good kick, Valentine. Might indicate Beaconsfield are going to go short and try and hit a player. Valentine comes out towards the commentary position. Veltmeyer's there. Veltmeyer gets first hands on the ball, dives back, taps it towards Campbell. Hovey picks up the ball. He handballs in front of himself. He was Scragg, keeps going. Hovey picks the ball up, kicks wide, but I think he might have gone out. Yeah, out of bounds on the full. You just feel the tempo of the game changing.
Nathan Jones to take the free kick.
Yeah, Rock have just...
As Andy Armstrong is ready to come on to take Andrew Crothers' position. As looks like Jonesy's played on, he's done the helicopter kick. Burgess knocks it forward to Bazaka. Need a spark from that guy, holding the man, and it goes to Rock. Neil Basaka gives the handball to Scott McKenzie. He'll put it onto the left foot, just about smothered there to Rockers. Haynes takes the mark and he's copped a tackle from the front, and he just can't make contact running towards a player when he's trying to mark the ball. Ballantyne sizes him up, lines him up towards the goal, switches him 55.2 degrees. 30 from the goal front. He'd have to kick a little bit towards the left-hand post. Otherwise, it'll swing away being a left footer. As he checks it out, under a little bit of pressure to kick this, and looks like he's kicked a goal. Cameron Haynes put onto the forward line in the last half. Yes, it's a goal. That's 2 goals to Haynes. Well, that's a lift, a little bit of spark there. Fantastic play from Basaka. Good work to get the ball moving. Good handball over to McKenzie. And Rock's having a bit of a comeback here. They've left it till the last quarter. You can't win games just playing one quarter of football. Beaconsfield, they may tire a little bit with a few of the older guys in the team, but you'll maybe put a couple of players loose in the back line just to steady the ship. Yeah. Beltmeyer against Burgess. The veteran and the youngster. Back in the centre of the ground. 5 minutes into the last quarter. As they come in, it's Blackley. Blackley takes a knock. Pushed away there was Rock. Running onto it. Beaconsfield, as he puts it forward, Laurie Hughes takes it on the chest, moves to full back. Moved back to full back in a position he likes the most to Jeff Porter. Jeff Porter will swing around on the left foot. Beautiful style as he's kicked it up. Comes in high was Burgess, plays on. He's looking for someone to kick it to, but Stacey just swings back in. One kick behind, played a great game. Doesn't quite get to him as the ball's held up in the wind.
Yeah, you can just feel Rock starting to get their game together at the moment. It's going to be a tight finish. We're just over 10 minutes into the last quarter. Ball gets thrown in. Beltmeyer comes over the back, punches down to Gary Valentine, spills the ball. Big pack of players converge on the ball. Umpire's about to bounce the ball again for probably about the 50th time today, I'd say. Ball goes up. Blackley in the ruck. He's just about out of legs. You can see the big fella. He's not moving too well. Ball's been caught in there by a pack of players again. Oh, there's a free kick to Rock there. I didn't see what that was for. Goes to Jeff Porter. Porter runs in towards, kicks towards centre half forward. Cameron Haynes again. Well, Haynes has been in everything for Rock today. He's probably kept him in the game down the back line. Now he's up the forward line. He's taken some strong marks. He's kicked 2. Be a good kick from here if he kicks this. One just feel the game's changing. 17 points difference. Haynes comes in, kicks high, in towards the square. Big pack of players converge. Rock first, hands on the ball. Luke Young picks the ball up. He gets caught, can't get rid of it.
Umpire Robinson crosses himself again and says, my ball. 20 metres from the goal front. Rock need a goal here if they're going to make a decent comeback out of it. Burge will try and grab hold of it. No, he doesn't. As it's kicked out in a defence, looks like Fisher will run onto it, but the ball beats him over the line. Should have attacked the ball instead of waiting to see where it's going to go to, especially in this situation. Right on the 50-metre line, the boundary umpire. Beautiful style as he watches the ball and swings it in over the head. Burgess at the back, but Blackley's playing magnificent as Scott McKenzie comes through. Porter in the back to Porter, too high. And Dean Robinson's given it to Rock. He plays on quick and he tries to get up there to try and upset the Beaconsfield back line. Luke Young holding the man umpire. He tries to claim it, but Beaconsfield cool, calm and collected in defence as they take it over the line. And that was Mark Taylor. Played a great game at fullback today, Taylor. Solid in defence, mean as you can get. Knocked away, Shipway. Doesn't quite get the footy. And it bounces. Runs onto, that's confidence for you, Beaconsfield, as it's over the line and out of bounds.
Rock to take the ball right on the centre wing position. Kicks the ball in towards centre half forward. Blackley's there for Beaconsfield, takes a strong mark. Ruck tirelessly all day, but you can just see he's starting to run out of legs. As you look down the ground, there's a big pack of players. Goes up high. Dean Ziesler's there for Beaconsfield. Ball spilt by Vandenberg. Goes there to back, out to Jeff Porter, runs through the centre. Just puts a little chip kick into no one in particular. Basaka goes in hard, keeps going hard for the ball. He's really played hard football today, Basaka.
Kicks it across towards Mackenzie and Fisher. Fish with the ball. He'll look towards the centre half forward position as he propped it up high. Andrew Armstrong will run underneath it and just measured magnificent. He'll look for Cameron Haynes as he just puts it out in front, and Haynes has made position. Gets up and takes a beautiful mark. The rock crowd's lifted. They can see a chance. They reckon they've got a good chance if he can kick this goal. Well, he'll certainly make the distance. He's a left foot kick on a slight angle. As they started to get a few more possessions, and it's mainly come from the midfield. Basaka, he's the one that's given him a little bit of spark, and Porter, and maybe Andy Armstrong as he stabs at it, chips at it, and I think the Croc crowd like that one. High fives from Haynes to Huggy, the two H's, and it's a goal. That's a goal as they lift a little bit, Rock. Beaconsfield, 9 goals, 60 to Rock, 7-7-49.
Rock coming back as we always thought they would. There's 11 points in the game. What can Beaconsfield do? Will they stack the back line? Beaconsfield need a goal. One feels if they can just get a goal, steady the game up a bit, well, they might have it. But at this stage, it's anybody. Slightly favoured to Rock at this stage. Ball goes up. Blackley goes in, thumps it down towards centre half forward. They go in again. Luke Young's been in everything so far. He picks the ball up off the ground, swings it around. Pat Darcy gets the handball out there towards Glen Hooper, but it's intercepted by the Rock player. Hooper does well, goes back on it again. Gary Valentine in there. Swings out to Rock again. Ball gets kicked up towards half forward, towards the danger man, Cameron Haynes. He's been in everything today. Timmy Musgrove picks the ball up, runs through, bounces off his back heel, but the ball was obviously already out of bounds. Half forward flank.
Great play there by Musgrove as he just took it out in cool defence. As the umpire on the half-forward flank for Rockers, they're attacking. In their attacking zone, Burgess pushes him under the ball, tries to get the handball out, but there's a big pack of Beaconsfield players on the defensive side. Good handball across to Stacey. Stacey bangs it onto the left foot and he'll go towards, looks like, can't pick that one up as Veltmeyer comes through, kicks it off the ground. Goes towards Jones. Nathan Jones hasn't done a lot today as he's kicked it to the centre ground. No one there. Who's he kicked it to? Luke Young's run past the ball. Picked up by Rockers, Andy Armstrong. But the players come in and they're just not letting that one out. That's a great effort. Lock the ball in right on the edge of the diamond. Little bit of chalk on the shorts there, boys. I'm sure Blackley, one of the best on the ground. The big fellas seem to be doing the work and they're getting down to the little fellas. Burgess went high early. It's come to the ground again, and there's another ball up. That's just what Beaconsfield want to do. Looks like they're just trying to hold on. Hold on grimly as Rock only a few points behind. 11 points. A couple of kicks in it. Couple of kicks as Beaconsfield. It looks like a good... Oh, it doesn't quite hold the mark as Hamilton and Veltmeyer kicks it off the ground to Jones. Jones playing a centre half back as he played on umpire. He says no, he hasn't. It's a free kick. Comes in, kicks a short one into the hole. Jeff Porter cops one high. Luke Young tries to knock it forward. Comes out. Darcy was it. Goes over the back of the pack. Oh, he's been let loose. This is Vandenberg. He doesn't miss from there and he goes bang. Darren Vandenberg has kicked his second.
Could have been the one Beaconsfield needed just to steady the game. Rob, it's just over 15 minutes gone. Beaconsfield needed that. Rocks had all the play this quarter. Takes it back to, I think, about 19 points. Sorry, 17 points. Could have been the steadier. But the game's far from over. It's been a great game. Probably the best game of the day so far. Vandenberg been very quiet. He's always dangerous around goal. Doesn't miss too many. League goal kicker 2 years running, or not 2 years running, 93 and 97. Ball goes up. Blackley in the ruck. Blackley gets another hit out, straight to Jeff Porter from Rock. Tries to go round players. Veltmeyer, the veteran, comes bursting through. He's playing as hard as he can, probably his last game. Goes to Gary Valentine. Gary Valentine down towards centre half forward. Dean Ziesler in the ruck. Ball comes through to Beaconsfield. Goes to Vandenberg again. What can happen here? This could seal the game. Goal to Darren Vandenberg. That's his third. Well,
Well, the Rock players there, they just seem to look at each other. When Beaconsfield get it, they just seem to kick it long. It does not exactly to a player to the forward line, but it just seems to go over the top. And whoever's playing on Vandenberg, he's just actually just gone after the ball and not watching his play. You really got to make sure you know who your player is and just keep your eye on him when the ball's coming into the forward line.
Hey, don't knock the scaffold, mate.
Dean Robinson. Ready to start the game again. 11-6, 72 to 7-7, 49ers. Beaconsfield skipped away again. Up goes Burgess, but Blackley cleanly winning out of the centre.
Oh,
Matt
Veltmeyer
Owen in there.
Veltmeyer, he's just thrown himself at the ball today. He wants to win. He's determined. Father of 4. Got his family here today. Coaches the under-10s at Beaconsfield as well. Loves his football. Up they go again. Blackley in the ruck. No one gets the tap out. Blackley flicks it over there towards a group of players. Phillips in there on the bottom of the pack. Umpire comes into ball up again. It's been a tough, hard game. You can see the players. They're playing on memory at the moment. We're about the 18-minute mark at this stage. Blackley in the ruck goes over the top. Was there a Shepherd? No, there wasn't. Free kick to Rock.
Burgess has got the free kick in the true centre of the ground, and he kicks it long. Goes about 40 metres, doesn't quite spin properly. Looks like he levered forward there by Haynes. Simon Armstrong gets a quick handball out into the open place for Jeff Porter to run onto it. Knocked forward by Beaconsfield, back to Armstrong. Trying to get a handball out was Felino to Basaka. These are the guys going to do it, and Shipway gets underneath. It gets crunched as Haynes, the danger man. But it's a great kick away there, looked like by Taylor, as it goes over the boundary line and out of bounds.
That was a golden opportunity.
Was Lansbury, sorry, Lansbury.
Golden opportunity for Rock. Haynes again. He's been Rock's key today. He's been in everything. Ball gets thrown in. Forward pocket for Rock. Straight to nobody. Rock player comes through. Mark Vandenberg for Beaconsfield. Goes in towards the ball. He's on the bottom of the pack. Ball spills out. Picked up by Veltmeyer. His kick smothered. To Campbell. Campbell goes back towards, well, it's Scott McKenzie on his own. Rock players pleading for the ball. They need a couple of goals and they need them quickly. Puts the ball in there towards Haynes. Haynes has marked everything today and takes another good
great mark by Haynes.
Another strong mark. One of the best players on the ground today, regardless of whether Rock win or Rock lose. Go very close to get in the middle. Haynes, he's probably about 25 metres out directly in front. He'd be exhausted, the big fella. He's been in everything today.
Cameron Haynes going for his 4th goal for the game. Been switched from centre half back to give him a little bit of lift, and he's certainly done the job. As he comes in, he'll kick the distance and he'll kick the goal. Another goal to Rock. Still a few kicks behind the 8 ball here as they got a very slow start. It's very hard to give a team a start in a grand final and try and pick up. You're just playing catch-up football. And as the Beaconsfield boys, I'm sure the adrenaline's keeping them running as long as they're in front, as Chris Buckland prepares to come on the ground.
Yeah.
The interchange.
Pat Darcy off for Beaconsfield, Dale Roos on. Time on, we're about a minute and a half into time on.
Valentine with the ball. Blackley gets a knockout to Veltmeyer. They've worked well together. Trying to run onto it there looked like Michael Johnson, but he's missed it. Trying to smother was Rock. Nathan Jones hits it towards the boundary line. Ryan Hamilton uses the body work, and it's gone out of bounds. Good defensive.
Out of bounds in the forward pocket for Beaconsfield. Time's just ticking away at the moment. Score 72 to 55. It's been a great game of reserves football today, one of the best we've seen for a long time. Ball goes up. Blackley's there. Ziesler down towards Roos. Just come on the ground. Can't pick the ball up. Picked up there, but looked like Bazaka. He's been in everything for Rock today. Handball from Clark, out wide to Armstrong. Bit of experience there. Out wide to Jeff Porter. All the veterans for Rock. Pushing hard, down towards Haynes and Taylor. Haynes takes yet another mark. Oh, could be 50 there. You want to be careful there, Mark Taylor. Haynes goes back. He moves the ball quickly. He knows time's running out. Oh, over the back there. No one for Beaconsfield. Picks the ball up. Matt Reardon races in. Just back on the ground.
Felino knocks it clear as he gives it across to Fisher. Fisher can't get it, but it looks like Hooper. Hooper kicks it wide, goes wide, and he's got a player there to pick it up in Taylor. Taylor bangs it onto the boot, kicks a beautiful pass and puts it to the advantage. Across, but Burgess swings in, steals the ball and drops it in short, looking for the pass, goes to Clark, takes it on the chest, looking for a 50. Just looking for a 50 there. Might have thought he'd crib a little bit. Ross Clark with the gloves on. He's going to kick the ball high.
22-minute mark.
Into the last quarter there. We're just about near the end of the game. Haynes gets a lever out by Taylor. It comes across towards, looks like Fisher uses the weight, pushes in, but out and comes Cool in defence as we come across towards Ricky Valley. He'll have one bounce, chased by Matty Owen as he kicks towards Vandenberg, picks it up. He's certainly playing a great game this quarter as he sizes it up, drops it in towards the running players. Across there for Beaconsfield in Roos as he comes to the ground, kicked off the ground by Jones. Goes in across towards, looks like Stacey, is it?
Campbell.
And it's taken in defence by Laurie Hughes, dropping back. He'll go across towards Hamilton. He's dropped the mark, and does he call play on? No. He's blown the whistle before he could actually pick it up in towards Mackenzie. Mackenzie punches it forward and gives Ricky Vella a bit of a whack in the ear, and in comes Beaconsfield. He's changed jumpers, that guy.
Dean Ziesler.
Fisher. Is it Fisher?
No, Dean Ziesler.
Ziesler.
He's dribbled one off the boot.
Ziesler's just kicked the wobbler.
There goes the game. You can tell by the Rock players. Their heads have dropped. They've slumped to the ground. It's been an amazing game, this. It just goes to show you can be the best side in the competition by a mile all year, but when it comes to the day that counts, well, anything can happen. I think Beaconsfield will go on to a thoroughly deserved victory, but the Rock players, well, they'll keep trying. They always do. Scores Beaconsfield 12-6-78, Rock 8-7-55. The wind's really sprung up in this last quarter. It's probably aided Beaconsfield a bit because they have physically tied Rock, are full of running, but I think the 4 goals they've got to make up on the scoreboard are just a little bit too much. Ball goes up, Blackley in the ruck again, wins yet another tap out, goes towards Campbell. Picked up there by one of the Rock guys, out to Young. He's been everything, he gets poleaxed. Oh, they're diving on everything, Philp in there. Yes, he's been taken a bit high. Yeah, he did, yeah. Campbell drops the mark there for Beaconsfield. We didn't realise Philp would change his jumper, but he had to by the blood rule. The ball getting forced forward by Rock again. Out to the veteran Glen Stacey.
Great mark by Stacey. Swings around the left foot and he goes to the true inboard position into the guts of the game. And there's a fantastic mark as Simon Armstrong comes in, but he's banged it across towards his teammate. And they get underneath. It's punched away there. Looked like Johnson punched it away. Beaconsfield run onto it and they claim the ball and hold it in. It comes free to the radius players and he's holding it in now, and Beaconsfield just doing it easy.
25-minute mark of the last quarter. Can't be more than 2 minutes to go.
Mackenzie comes off. Looks like Burns going on. No, Porter's gone on. Jeff Porter onto the ground as looks like on the true 50-metre line. Rock trying to defend grimly. Picked up on the left foot. Looked like...
it was Matty Reardon from Beaconsfield.
Was Reardon. Kicked one behind.
Matty Reardon missed most of the season through a severe groin injury. Only been playing probably the last 3 games for the season. Recently engaged. He's puffing pretty hard, Matty. Rock kicked the ball in towards Foligno. Foligno gets spoiled by Roos. Roos goes in hard. Foligno butters up. Silvio. Or Luigi. I forget which one it is. Goes up forward, but I think there's been a free kick paid.
Free kick to Taylor.
Free kick to Taylor. Didn't see what that was for. I was looking for which Foligno was actually on the ground, but it was
just
Luigi.
Jostling in position there was the 2 players, and the umpire said you got him a little bit too high. Philp kicks it out across towards the wing position, and that's
well,
game.
There's the game.
That's a win to Beaconsfield as the crowd run onto the ground to congratulate their players. Fantastic win by the Beaconsfield team.
Well, this is an absolute turn-up for the books. It's just one of those things. Rock undefeated all year. You wouldn't have put bad money on Beaconsfield the way Rock have been playing, but I suppose it just goes to show if you're on the ball on grand final day and you really want it, well, that's football, I suppose. The Beaconsfield supporters are absolutely delirious. They came here today expecting to win probably 1 game, which they did, but this reserves was an absolute bonus. The Rock players, well, they're dejected. They've been the best side by a country mile all year, and be a bitter pill for them to swallow, but that's football. Beaconsfield and Rock, since 1993, have shared all 5 premierships in the reserve grade. It's 3 to Beaconsfield now and 2 to Rock. But, well, what can you say? Final scores, Beaconsfield 12-7-79, Rock 8-7-55. We'll just go through the goal kickers. Goal kickers for Rock, Cameron Haynes, probably, in my opinion, one of the best players on the ground. He kicked 4 goals after moving up to the forward line from centre half back. 1 goal to Andrew Armstrong, 1 goal to Ross Clark, 1 goal to Warren Swanson, and 1 goal to Nathan Jones. For Beaconsfield, there was 3 goals to Darren Vandenberg, 2 in the last quarter that probably clinched the game, 2 to the veteran Anthony Veltmeyer, 3 to Jamie Wilkins, 1 to Scotty Taylor, 1 to Zine Ziesler, 1 to Chris Hovey, and 1 to Michael Fisher. Absolutely fantastic game of football today. You probably couldn't, apart from Cameron Haynes, who was a standout, and perhaps Anthony Veltmeyer for Beaconsfield and Troy Blackwood in the ruck. It was just one of those, well, it was a true gritty grand final. Magnificent thing, Peter Smith, the Beaconsfield coach. 2 years in a row, they've won the premiership. He's kept his side together. They love him. He loves them. Big crowd of people over towards the centre wicket area at the moment. All the Beaconsfield supporters with their players. They'll be moving over very soon to the presentation area to receive their medals and the Premiership Cup.
Thank you, Peter. Can we have the boys over for the presentation?
Okay, well, that's the 1997 Reserves Grand Final won by Beaconsfield today. Just like to thank my fellow commentator Rob Dowsett. Rob's done a great job, very well organised, and well, no doubt Beaconsfield will be celebrating and Rock will be commiserating.
Our sponsors. First medal we will give to the coach, Peter Smith. Peter, could you come forward? A second medal to the captain, Glen Stacey. Number 2, Gary Valentine. Number 8, Michael Fisher. 13, Chris Hovey. 17, Ricky Valentine. 19, Matt Campbell. 20, Matt Reardon. 21, Glen Cooper. 23, Mark Vandenberg. 24, Steve Ziesler. 25, Troy Blackley. 27, Peter Phil. 28, Tim Musgrove. 28, Tim Musgrove. Number 30, Jamie Wilkins. Number 37, Scott Taylor. Number 38, Dale Rouge. Number 40, Troy Lansbury. 45, Craig White. 46, Patrick Darcy. 47, Mark Taylor. 49, Darren Vandenberg. Number 54, Anthony Veltmeyer. And the runner, Rowan Lazard. I'll now hand it over to the President of the West Gippsland League, Vic Fox, for the presentation of the Cup. Before we do that, we have the best player on the ground, number 19 for Beaconsfield, Matt Campbell. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of everybody in the West Gippsland Football League, may we thank both the participating sides today, being Rock and the Beaconsfield Football Club, for such a magnificent game of reserve football. There has to be a winner, and today's winner is the Beaconsfield Football Club, and they